shed load of medication. See, I've got some and it's all mine. But if you run out, to be honest with you, because I'm a human being, a human being, not an absolute bastard, not a selfish git, not somebody who wants to buy all the toilet rolls so that no one can get any more, not somebody who wants to buy up all the hand sanitizers so that no one can get any more, not somebody who wants to sort of just take all the patent medication there is off the shelf. Well, I'm off out to collect some of this real medication. But yeah, because I've got hand sanitizer, well, you know what? I'd even be prepared to give you some for nothing. Anyway, that much aside, I'm just disappearing off screen for a moment while I put my hand sanitizer away. You know, I'm also a hand washer as well, and quite rightly so. All seem to me to be reasonable precautions to take for anybody as this virus, COVID-19, is going to spread. Okay, that much aside. This one isn't satire, it's fact. Okay? Now look at that box of medication I've already shown you. Yep. Look at, this is my wife's insulin pen, but look at the fact that I inject sort of from these pens as well. Here are some of the needles I use to inject that insulin. What I'm trying to say is I'm diabetic. I must have some degree of immunocompromise as a result of that. I've also had a triple heart bypass. I suffer from sleep apnea. I have ulcerative colitis, and generally I'm over 60, right? Now, what have we heard from Boris? Well, Boris is giving up on the containment thing. Giving up. Okay, there's most of Italy quarantined, contained, yeah. But Boris is giving up. In fact, dear old Boris, the blonde-haired racist clown, shook his blonde mop. I like trying to do Boris impersonations, but I'm not very good. Can anyone do a good Boris impersonation? Please put it on in the link, because I think it's got to be more than just blonde mop. Yeah, I bought a new mop from Wilco. I thought I might put that above my head and start shaking it and going. Yeah. So, you know, other than giving up on containment, because Boris is, and Italy being locked down, but Boris just thinks, I think his words were, well, we could just take it on the chin. Take it on the chin. Oh, don't you love it? But maybe the virus could just be taken on the chin. Well, who are the first chins that it's going to get? Mine. And yours. If you're immunosuppressed, if you're poor, if you're old, who's going to be the first chins to take it? They're going to be ours. Look, the fact of the matter remains. The likes of us will need ICU support. Yeah? There won't be enough ICU beds in the country to help us. Yeah? There just won't be. Even if Bozo the racist clown and, you know, Matt Hand on little cock hadn't already started demolishing the NHS, you know, just fattening it up for privatisation, making it ready to be privatised. Even if they hadn't have done that, there wouldn't be enough ICU beds with enough ventilators to support the likes of us when our immune system tries to fight back against it, produces loads and loads of white blood cells. Obviously, all the mucus, the phlegm, the coughing, all that lot is our own immune system, even though it may be compromised trying to fight the virus. But then our lungs fill up with fluid. Well, then the likes of us in particular are going to need a ventilator, which we're not going to get. Yeah? Sad but true. So effectively what I'm saying is more of us could have survived this. More of us could have done, but because of what the Tories over the last 10 years have done to our health service, they've pretty much ensured that we and thousands like us haven't got a chance. I wrote somewhere that we will be like the troops in the trenches after the first mustard gas attacks in World War I, when the mustard gases laying in the hollows will be sticking on our skin, will already have been inhaled by our lungs. We will be, unfortunately, left to cough ourselves to death. Fact. Horrible fact. Dreadful fact. Dreadful that if it doesn't get you, or you do recover because you're young, you're not immunocompromised, you can survive for 2 weeks, yeah? You're going to watch, if you're allowed to watch, your elderly and sick relatives coughing up and spluttering out their last days in a deprived NHS hospital, if you're lucky enough to actually get there, or you're going to watch them doing that at home. Yeah? Now, naturally, Johnson and the Tories are going to be delighted. Don't worry about Johnson's pregnant partner and whatever. Her baby will be delivered fine. She won't get it. He won't get it. Rich toffs won't get it. Or if they do get it, they'll get full medical support. Don't worry about that. But Johnson and the Tories love this. They want it to happen. So many of them are into eugenics. This'll thin out the human herd a little bit. This'll mean that money that they possibly would have had to spend on the NHS can now be further invested in billionaire offshore bank accounts. Yeah? Johnson is going to get rich. People are already getting rich out of this. And unfortunately, as he decides, and Cobra apparently decide, we can't contain it anymore. As people aren't even checked at airports returning from Italy, it goes to show that they couldn't care less. Yeah? Forget it. All the stuff promised for the NHS is a lie. It's an absolute lie. As you're elderly, sick and disabled, people like me cough our lungs up through this virus and just go into comas, hypoxic death. Yeah? Let's just hope it doesn't take too long, eh? Let's pray to whatever God we believe in, that mercifully our last moments are as peaceful as possible. To all of you out there in the NHS fighting this, to my son, who is an ICU nurse, even to my youngest son, who is studying biochemistry and genetics and whatever, and is actually in Europe at the moment. I send you my love. I send you my support. I love you all. I think you're doing a tremendous job. Fantastic. I love every one of you. When I'm in the really infectious stage, I'm not going to be able to put my arms around you and hug you. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to do that. But I'm just facing a fact. Now, if you have any of those difficulties in breathing or anything like that, forget NHS 111. Ring 9 999. Tell them of your condition, tell them of your symptoms, and get yourself an ambulance. While there's still time, you might get an ICU bed. Yeah? When this spreads like wildfire, ring them, but you won't get an ICU bed. Yeah? The promise of help for the immunocompromised, the old and the already sick, it's a lie. Yeah? Johnson's going to just let the disease run its course. He's already said it. Oh well, I wish I could end on better news, but out to restock this little box. It's a big restock. Pharmacies love me. Bye.